talking all things retinoids in this video. Retinoids are my favorite skincare ingredient for a reason. They have the ability to increase cell turnover, increase collagen production, reduce fine lines and wrinkles, often significantly, firm the skin, smooth out skin texture, and reduce pigmentation, blemishes, and scarring. So, the gold standard of anti-aging as far as I'm concerned. But it is a minefield out there. There are so many on the market, from retinol, granactive retinoid, retinaldehyde, and retinoic acid, otherwise known as tretinoin. So I am going to be going through all of my favorite picks in this video to suit anybody from a beginner to retinoids to a hard, fast user of retinoids, whether you're on a budget or whether you prefer luxury skincare. I have you covered. Let's get on with it. We're going to work somewhat backwards in this video today, as I feel like I know my audience. Most of my viewers are skincare fanatics like me, so we'll be more interested in the stronger products than the weaker products. However, there will be those weaker, more gentle options a little bit later in this video. So I'm going to work from strongest to weakest, starting with Dermatica. Dermatica takes out all of the panic and the frustration out of skincare for me, because it just turns up as regular as clockwork through my door. I don't even have to think about whether I'm coming to the end of this, whether I need another one. I just know that the ingredients that are within this formula are personal to me. They are going to target all of my personal skin needs, and they're going to work. It is a slow burn process. I've been using this for a really long time, but my results speak for themselves. So the before image was taken in 2017 when I first started my channel. You will see hormonal blemishes absolutely everywhere, really uneven skin tone, a lot of scarring on my face, a lot of redness on my skin. And the after image is this morning. I think my skin looks younger now and in much better condition now than it did 7 years ago when I was only 38 and now I'm 45. So I think that says it all for me. I wouldn't be without my Dermatica, and the fact that they have so many ingredients that are science-backed that they can put in your formula depending on your specific needs. I just think it's a benefit because you can tackle multiple skin concerns with one treatment. Dermatica uses super potent retinoic acid within their formulas. It comes in differing strengths depending on your skin's needs and how long you've been using retinoids for in general. It is super effective, super effective, but tread lightly with this if it is your first time, because you will get those nasty side effects if you jump in too quickly. If you'd like to try Dermatica for yourself, I do have an offer code. The code pamperedwolf will get you 50% off your own personalized skincare formula for 3 whole months. So an absolute bargain. I'll put the link in the description. Even though I love my Dermatica and wouldn't be without it for my face, I really struggle to use it down my neck. My neck skin is really delicate, it's prone to irritation, and over time I've just come to realize that using retinoic acid on my neck just isn't for me. So I need something slightly more gentle. If you're looking for something that is safe to use on the neck, or you're just looking for something that is potent, not as potent as retinoic acid, but still very effective and much more gentle, retinaldehyde is where I'd begin, and these are my top picks. Retinaldehyde is one conversion away from retinoic acid, so it works slightly slower, but it is so much more gentle with less side effects. Again, you still have to work slowly and build up your tolerance. Just because this is more gentle than retinoic acid doesn't mean you can jump in with both feet, so you have been warned. In no particular order, my favorites are one from Murad. This is the Retinal Resculpt Overnight Treatment. This is creamy, this is smooth, this is soft, it is rich, it is luxurious, it is just absolutely delightful. If you have dry skin, this is where I would point you. Now, it is a luxury product. It does have a luxury price tag, but in my opinion, if you do go for luxury skincare, this is worth every single penny. The Murad Retinol Resculpt uses encapsulated retinol, so it's even more gentle because it's surrounded by a slow release capsule that as soon as it penetrates the skin, it doesn't start to work immediately. It works over time. So you're going to get all the benefits of a retinol with even less irritation, dryness, and peeling. Now, this is where I say stronger isn't always better. A lot of people want to bypass those nasty irritation ingredients and just get all the benefits. They don't mind if they'll appear a little bit slower. But let's just talk about the timeline for this for just a second, because on the Murad website, this says that it can lift sagging jowls and neck, smooth deep set wrinkles and crepey skin, and increase elasticity in as little as 4 weeks. 4 weeks. I mean, it also contains some really soothing ingredients. So as well as that encapsulated retinol, which is going to be gentle anyway, this includes oat kernel extract, squalane, glycerin, urea, and shea butter for hydration and nourishment. This is gorgeous, and it's like a really rich moisturizer, so I don't feel like I have to moisturize after this either. So one stop. Next on the list, and again in no particular order, we have the Retinol 0.05% and Peptides Repair Night Cream from Allies of Skin. This comes in 2 different strengths. We've got the 0.05 and the 0.1%. So you start off with the 0.05%. Once this tube is gone, if you feel like your skin can tolerate the retinol within this formula, you move up to the 0.1%. Both of the Allies of Skin retinol products include 5 different peptides, 11 different antioxidants for an all-round anti-aging experience. It is such a lovely formula. It's very lightweight but slightly creamy. It dispenses on the skin really beautifully, sinks in really nicely, and no tackiness on the surface once it's sank in correctly. So yeah, I don't have anything negative to say about this other than it's super pricey. It is seriously pricey. It does have ceramides within this formula to help look after and repair the skin barrier. Lots of soothing ingredients. I just love it. We can't talk about retinaldehyde products without mentioning Medicae. And I'm going to do more than mention it because it is one of my favorite retinol products of all time. So we've got the Medicae. The one that I'm using on my neck at the moment is the Cristal Retinol 6. So they come in several different strengths, which is why this brand is so fantastic for anybody that is beginning with retinaldehyde. So in a nutshell, if you were a beginner to retinol, you'd work through the tubes one by one. So you'd start off at number 1, you'd end up at number 10 or number 20, depending on what your skin can tolerate. And these are superb. So Medicae specialize in stability. The more stable the molecule, the more effective it's going to be when it gets into your skin. So they've decided to use crystal encapsulated retinol, which is not only increasing the stability of the molecule, but it's also going to make it super, super gentle. Not only that, they've added an addition of their patented carrot seed oil complex, which will not only boost that stability and effectiveness, but it will also make it a much more comfortable experience with less side effects. Although the Medicae Cristal Retinol does not include a fragrance as such, it does include fragrant ingredients, so it cannot be classed as having no fragrance and essential oils within the formula. Just bear that in mind if you are super, super sensitive. Now, why I love the Medicae serums so much is because these so gentle, and they have been formulated so beautifully and so cleverly that you get very little to no irritation at all from these. So if you're on a budget but you're still wanting to use retinaldehyde, I have some options for you. The first option I want to talk about is Geek and Gorgeous. So Geek and Gorgeous also come in several different strengths. So you can start off at the bottom and work your way up if you are a beginner. thinner. So they have a 5, which is 0.05%, a 10, which is 0.1% retinol, and a 20 at 0.2%. So again, work from the bottom, work your way up. The Geek and Gorgeous A-Game is such a beautiful product. It's a silky, smooth, light formula that sinks into the skin effortlessly, and it does contain lots of soothing and calming ingredients in there. So although this doesn't include an encapsulated retinol, so it's not going to be as gentle, those gentle, soothing and calming ingredients within the formulas will really help to counteract any of the negative side effects. So all formulas, regardless of strength, include allantoin and panthenol to really soothe and calm the skin and protect and repair the skin barrier. The number 20, which is the most potent formula, also includes ectoin at 1% to really give you a boost of soothing and calming. Last up, in my favourite affordable retinol products, it has to go to The Ordinary. This is the Retinol 0.2% emulsion. I've spoken about this on my channel so many times. This does only come in one strength. Again, this doesn't use encapsulated retinol, so it's not going to be as gentle as some of the retinols that have come before this one. But once again, it does include lots of soothing and calming ingredients, including oat analogues, which is really going to soothe the skin and protect against irritation. Plus you've got bisabolol to soothe and calm, and other anti-irritation ingredients in the formula as well. Once again, just like the Geek and Gorgeous and many others that have come before, this is fragrance and essential oil free. So if you are sensitive to those ingredients, you should be fine here. But again, please remember this is a potent formula, and even though this isn't retinoic acid, it's still going to be strong, so just tread lightly. Let's talk about Granactive Retinoid for a second. I've got one recommendation for you coming up, which is absolutely superb. If you are one of those people that thinks Granactive Retinoid is absolutely no good, it's super weak, it's going to do nothing for the skin, you might as well plump for something else instead because it's going to do absolutely nothing, you have been misinformed, because depending on the strength of a Granactive Retinoid, it can be so effective. Now, the reason Granactive Retinoid is different, it is not the same as other vitamin A derivatives like retinal and retinol, which have to convert into retinoic acid for them to work. Granactive Retinoid is actually an ester of retinoic acid, so it doesn't have to convert, and because it doesn't have to convert, not only is it super gentle because it's Granactive Retinoid, and we all know that Granactive Retinoid is super gentle, it gets to work straight away, so it can be super effective. My top picks for Granactive Retinoids are from Dr. Sam's Flawless Nightly and Flawless Nightly Pro. Now, once again, if you are a beginner, I would start with Flawless Nightly and work your way up to Flawless Nightly Pro, which has a 5% Granactive Retinoid within that formula. The Flawless Nightly, 2%. Flawless Nightly Pro, 5%. So there is quite a big difference, but these are such gentle products. The smoothness, the texture, I absolutely love. And not surprisingly, the Flawless Nightly Pro won the Best Serum Award with Women's Health in 2013. I think that says it all. It is a beautiful formula. It is great at unblocking pores, reducing blemishes, smoothing out skin texture, reducing wrinkles, fine lines, and on the Dr. Sam's website, it does say that you can get skin that looks 8.5 years younger in just 8 weeks. 8 weeks. Let's move on to retinol. Now, I've never been the biggest fan of retinol because, quite frankly, it is quite a weak version of a vitamin A derivative, and it can be more irritating and more aggravating than retinaldehyde, which is stronger. So I've always thought, why go for a retinol? Why not just jump straight to a retinaldehyde or use a gram-active retinoid? But, you know, hey, we're all different. This one, though, is such a beautiful product. I would use this on my neck. I would use this on my chest. And for anybody that is just beginning, I would advise to use this on the face as well. It's from Nip and Fab, and it's the Retinol Fix Concentrate Extreme 10%. This is a lovely, silky serum. It absorbs incredibly quickly. It's not only got 0.3% encapsulated retinol within the formula, so although I've said retinol can be quite aggressive to the skin, with this being encapsulated, this is going to be far more gentle on the skin, but you're still going to get those retinol benefits. It also includes bakuchiol and some skin smoothing peptides, as well as a hydration complex. So for me, it's an all-rounder, super gentle. You're going to get at least some skin smoothing benefits from this. And yeah, I just think it is a beautiful retinol product. If you are completely transfixed on buying a retinol rather than a retinal, this is the one that I would go for. So that's it. They are my top 8 retinoid products, starting from retinoic acid, going all the way down to retinol. I really hope you found this video helpful. All of the products in this video I would not hesitate to have on my own skin, and I have had them on my own skin and repurchased after time. So I think that says it all. Have you tried any of these already? Are you going to try them? Do you have any other favorite retinoid products that you'd like to share with us all? Please let everybody know all of your recommendations in the comment section. Also, I will link all of the products in the description box for you, including the Dermatica link, which will give you 50% off for 3 months. Don't forget to use the code pamperedwolf at checkout to get that discount. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave. Hope to see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.